Hey, it's Mikala from WDEZ, another podcast today. And today I have a very special guest in here, and we want to talk about what it's like being 13 years apart. So I have my little sister Emma, in here today.
Hi, everyone.
We want to talk about the fun parts of being 13 years apart. So I was 12 and a half when she was born. So my mom was 16 when I was born and 29 when she was born. So there was a lot of years in between then. And I remember my mom telling me that she was going to have a baby. I was completely shocked. And I think I was a little upset because she made me get rid of my cats. You remember that?
Yeah, and then she messed with you about my name.
What was that? Oh, yeah. She told me she was going to name you Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So, yeah, I was not happy about having to give up my cats because my mom was like, no, I'm not doing it. I was so upset. So then I had a little bit of resentment towards Emma for for a while. So I was in 7th grade. But I remember the day she was born because she was born on October 15th. She was born pretty early. And I remember going in there and she had to be put in the NICU because she swallowed a lot of blood and her lungs weren't developed and all that. And she was preemie. And I remember seeing her in the little incubator. And I was like, oh my God, that baby. We need to save that baby, you know. And I would read books to her in the little NICU, and I couldn't hold her until she was literally 2 weeks old. So that was hard. But yeah, no. And then now she's all grown up. She just graduated middle school, if you want to call it that. She'll be in high school next year. So tell me about that, Emma.
I'm really excited, nervous. I don't want to get lost though, but I hear that's fine. You don't get lost that much, and I'm really excited.
Okay. So what do you think is the best parts about being 13 years apart?
Probably we don't have that many conflicts.
When you were little, we did.
I was so mean to you for no reason.
She was such a bully, you guys. You don't even know. She would I came home from the doctor and it's my mom's fault because my mom said that I had a butt shot. A shot in my butt, and I didn't, and that was not true. And Emma's like, Mikala got a butt shot, and she still to this day says that.
All of the people that meet her and all of her friends need to know that. So
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I didn't really change her diapers, but you know what I did deal with? When me and my mom and her, we would all go to the mall when they still had it over here. Yeah, she laughed. She thinks this is funny. She remembers this. We went to the mall and, I'm at this point, probably 15, 16. I had a boyfriend in Wausau, it was really, because I'm from Merrill. So it was cool to be in Wausau, and we're walking around the mall and in the center of the mall, Emma throws a fit. An absolute tantrum for zero reason at all. Pretty sure because she wanted her cuppy and she had her cuppy in her hand. That's a whole nother story. And we'll get to that in a bit. And she would just drop on the floor and scream and throw a tantrum. And our mom would walk away and be like, Mikala, deal with your child. And she would just ditch. And I was it was in front of my friends, my cool friends that I was trying to impress. And I was like, oh my God, so embarrassing. So yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And then when I was a junior in high school, I had the honor of playing Cinderella for the school play. And what does my sister show up in to support me? She shows up as Cinderella as well. And then everybody was awing over her, and then I didn't get any of the attention.
I'm better. So, and with the big age difference being the baby, I obviously get all of the attention, and I need it all.
Yeah. So that's why she's very excited to do this podcast, because y'all think I'm motor mouth Mikala. She's right there behind me. So by the time she's my age, she will probably have beat me in the amount of words she can say per minute. So I'm 27, and how old are you now?
I'm 14.
Yeah. So we're getting old now. But you like being an aunt?
Of course.
That was kind of cool for you because I had my first baby when you were 8 years old.
I was 7.
7. And my son will be 7 in October, which is crazy to me.
Makes me so sad.
Yeah. Well, and Julian graduated kindergarten. Oh my God, I don't even know. What did he graduate? 4K. I know that. I know my kid. But there's so many pros to being 13 years apart. For my mom, there was a lot of pros. I mean, I was already independent pretty much by the time she had another baby. So then I was just an extra set of hands to help her. She didn't need to, really watch me or do much for me at that point anymore. I was 13. I knew how to cook basic things by myself if I needed to. And I didn't need a babysitter at that point. I helped her out with a lot of things. And now it benefits me because now that I have kids, Emma helps watch my kids.
Yes, but that's also karma because now they are mean to me and now I'm no longer the favorite or the baby in the family. So thank you for that.
Yeah, so now Emma gets her karma in that way because my kids are like, Emma, 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 Emma. And I'm like, loser. And I run away, So.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And then the other day, so like with being a lot younger, Mom was like, I got done with middle school. It was like my last day and she picked me up. She was so sad that day, wrote me this whole note. And I was like, were you sad, like, when Mikala was getting older? She's like, no, because I had you. But now you're my last baby, so no, I actually have to care, and I'm so sad about it.
Yeah.
So
so Emma will get Emma will be the last, of everything. So I think Emma's will be more special than mine. But then we also have my kids, right under Emma. Because, I was 13 years ahead of Emma. Emma's only 7 years ahead of my youngest. Or my oldest, I'm sorry. And so there's a little less of a gap, but there was quite a huge age gap between me and Emma.
And
so,
I'm like the last girl because you have 2 boys.
Yeah.
And so that's also makes a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, there's a last there too. It's the last of the girls growing up. Nevertheless, she's learning Spanish. She's doing pretty good. I'm proud of her. She's opening up with her speaking skills, which I'm very proud of her because probably about a year ago, you were a lot more shy, I feel like.
100%. And here and there being on the radio, when I go to events with you, you introduce me to people, it's just you don't care what people think at some point, and you just be yourself, and it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but I mean, the best part about this is, regardless of our age difference, we still have managed to and still manage to bug the crap out of our mom. That is our favorite pastime.
100%. Even tonight at supper, she was so annoyed of us.
Oh my God. She cannot take us anywhere because we will just bug the crap out of her, and I don't feel bad.
And it's funny, if we have something up our sleeve, she doesn't say anything, but then the times that we actually don't, she'd be like, don't get in trouble, don't do anything naughty. It's well, this time we're actually not. Well, we're never naughty, but
we really aren't. Compared to a lot of kids these days, kids, I'm almost 30. Whatever, I'm still a kid. We actually are pretty good kids. Compared to some that are out there, we're actually pretty well behaved. We haven't gotten in a whole lot of trouble. She'll say we did that one time when you were a baby and, I was home alone. Well, not home alone. I was home. I had 2 friends over.
Oh, this story.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Brad.
we were laughing. I swear to God. And the upstairs neighbor literally thought that we were screaming. And screaming like we were being murdered. And we were laughing really hard. And we had loud music on probably. So I don't know. Next thing I know, there's on my bedroom door. And I'm like, what? And I open it. And it's a police officer. And he's like, hey, what's going on in here? I'm like, nothing. We're just laughing. Is everything okay? And he's like, the upstairs neighbor wanted us to come check on you because that you were screaming. I'm like, we weren't screaming. He go, what? What are you talking about? And my friends were like, what in the world is there a police officer here for? And then my mom is outside. Emma here. She's a baby. She's in the car seat. And my mom said that there were cops with their guns drawn all around my house, and it was insane. So
that's us being naughty, being completely innocent, and then just
ending up getting in trouble for something that we didn't intend to be naughty. You know what I mean? We didn't. Yeah. That's probably the naughtiest we've ever been. I'm not even kidding. We are not. We are pretty good.
But we're good in school. Pretty much straight A's.
Yeah. Yep. We both got pretty good grades. Emma's getting really good grades. I got good grades.
Actually, I only had a 3.9, and I was really mad about that because I had 2 B's this whole year. So
grounded.
Yeah. I'm so ashamed of myself.
Come on. I mean, we like to just, I don't know, we like to tease my mom. But now that Emma's a teenager, it's crazy to say that.
I can get my temps in October.
Yeah, that is, you just made me feel old. But now, when she doesn't want to deal with mom, she can come over to my house and she can tell me what she wants to tell me because I'm closer to her age, obviously, than mom is. I'm right in between hers and my mom's age, which is weird. Like, I'm 13 years older than Emma, and I'm like 15 and a half years younger than mom. So I'm right in the middle. It's weird. But yeah, and I try to be the sister that I wanted because I always wanted a big sister. And like when I was little, I could not comprehend why it wouldn't work to get a big sister. Because I'm like, can't you just adopt somebody that's older than me? And they're like, no, we're not doing that. We don't have the means to do that. Like, no. So I just couldn't figure it out. So I had to be the big sister. But I can honestly say, though, Emma is a lot of times my big sister. Want to let you guys know she's my manager. So if you do want an autograph, you have to go through her. Is that right?
Yes, no, talking to her actually like face to face, because also I'm not just her manager, I am her bodyguard. So like
Yeah, she will whoop you.
and her backup dancer. She does the talking and I'm just behind her like dancing, you know?
Yeah. So Emma will like I would be scared of Emma if I were you.
Yeah, like you should be. Like
yeah.
I may be like 5'2".
That is one thing
like-
too. Like I'm still quite a few inches taller than her. I'm 5'9".
No,
but
she's like this sweet like German shepherd and I'm like a feisty chihuahua.
that is true.
I stand on my ground.
Yeah.
Don't
like,
mess with me. I'm definitely the meaner one, but like I'm not a mean person, but
no,
like
she's not.
I
but
will
she-
stand up for people. Mikala's just like lets people get to her and I'm like, no, fight them.
Yeah, I don't say no to anybody. I'm such a pushover. Brian actually not yells at me. Brian always tells me like, you gotta say no, and I'm working on it, you know. But Emma knows that. Yeah, I let things get to me. I'm too sweet to people all the time, and Emma's just like, I will hurt them. But
Yeah, like or
no problem.
Or if someone's being weird to her, creepy, I'll be like, the other day told me someone was being weird. I sent her a goofy video of me like punching the air and I was like, they should watch out. I'm practicing my moves right now. I'm not even kidding.
You're right. Oh my God. But it's also cool because she comes with me to a lot of things. I bring her pretty much everywhere with me. So, I mean, a lot of you who listen to WDEZ, a lot of you who follow me on Facebook, you've probably seen her in a lot of our live videos. Now you're going to get to hear her on our podcast. I'm sure this is not the only podcast that she'll be on. She'll probably be featured on the morning show, you know, more than once. Having a sister that's 13 years younger than you, I feel like it has more pros than cons because we didn't grow up. Well, because our mom has an older sister who's 5 years older than her. Our aunt, Amy, and my mom. They fought and they still fight. They fought like crazy.
They don't like get along. Like
Yeah.
when people think of siblings, they're like, oh my gosh, my siblings are so annoying. I'm like, I cannot relate.
Yeah.
Like me and my sister, like sometimes I forget we're sisters.
Yeah.
We just hang out all the time for fun. Yeah.
Correct. I don't really hang out with friends a whole lot. I just hang out with my sister. And then if somebody's being mean to me, I can just tell my sister and she will take care of it for me.
Correct. That's how it's gonna be done.
She has no chill, you guys. You better be nice to me.
Meet me outside. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that? That's hilarious. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up because this is a 15-minute podcast and I don't want people to get too bored. But if you have any questions for me and Emma, feel free to reach out on my Facebook page. And remember to keep tuning in to WDEZ. This is Mikala. We'll see you next time. Bye, Emma.
Bye.